Okay, that was a little longer than 5 minutes, and I recognize that. Okay, so when I get home and I put all the stuff away, the thing that I do after that is I go through the fridge. For those of you that are not on yet, hey Courtney, I go through the fridge and I throw away stuff that is left over from last week. And I'm gonna have to find a place to put this because I have it charging. Oh, maybe I could stick it in this little thing. All right, maybe. I don't have a selfie stick or anything, so. Goals, right? I don't normally cook for people. I mean, you know, for people. Like in front of people. Okay, so I'll pull this down here in a second. The lights that I use get really super hot. So the first thing we're gonna do, I have to put this away, is I'm going to make the dip. Please, I'm on camera. Please keep your clothes on. Go ask Daddy. I'm sure you probably can imagine that with a 5-year-old, right? Keep your clothes on because he wants to get naked all the time. And okay, so this is a 2-cup bowl. Hey Angie. All right, where's my stuff? Okay, so maybe I should pull this down here and see if that works better. Except y'all are going to be looking at me, which I guess is fine, down here. You won't see my face, but mom life, right? Like, he's seriously trying to get naked. And I'm like, dude, come on. cut me a break here. Cut me some slack. Okay, I'm trying to find the 1 cup. This is the 1/2 cup. So this ranch packet, what I do is, I guess I should read the directions. So 1 packet, 16 ounces of sour cream. Well, we're not using sour cream. We're using high protein yogurt with 0 fat. Yay. So, and the reason I'm doing this first is because it needs to sit. So anytime you're gonna, you know, do a dip. So I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm taking the thing off. It has a little cap. And so I'm just gonna scoop out a cup, throw it in there, and I'm not gonna scoop out the 2nd cup. I'm gonna kind of take my spoon and stir it in. This is cooking for people who don't like cooking. So maybe I should have put this in a bigger bowl. And that's usually what happens to me is I'm like, probably should have put it in a bigger bowl. Okay, bowl. It's gonna end up in this dish. She's not making it in this dish. So, just kind of stirring that up, putting the rest of the packet in, and then taking another cup of the yogurt and putting it in here. Now, I did get some sour cream, and I'm going to take about a tablespoon of the sour cream and put it in here, just so it's not all Greek yogurty. And I'm just stirring that up. Nothing fancy. Regular sour cream. I have a 2-year-old. You get it? Yeah, you get it. Okay, so So this, I will put the little, no, I don't need the flap. So here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to take this flap off, take all this, that's going to go in the trash. So stirring it up. And you usually need to let this sit. I'm just going to taste it to make sure that it tastes right, which it does. The rest of this stuff. And then put this over here for just a second. Put it back into this container. It says 2 cups. I don't think it's 2 cups. Now I'm thinking like I need a separate container or something. And this dip, I would say would last for about a week. I mean, after I mix something, I usually don't let it stay in my fridge that long. And if I want to add other things to it, like spices, I will. Okay. So, the only thing else that I'm going to do is take, why did I add the tablespoon of sour cream? Because the flavor from the sour cream will get into the yogurt, and it will, the best way that I can say is it would kind of contaminate it in a good way. So that's why I took the tablespoon, because it adds like just a touch of that different flavor. Because for some people it takes a long time to get used to the taste of the yogurt. And so it just adds that bit of flavor. Okay. So I'm going to cover this with the you don't have to put the sour cream in there. That's just how I've done it. I don't know. I guess it. So, okay. So this is going in the fridge. So this is what's left. I'm going to take 1 packet of Splenda and 1 packet of stevia. And the reasoning behind that is that stevia has been shown to have an impact on your blood sugar, whereas Splenda has, not stevia. And stevia has, doesn't. And so I like things a little on the sweeter side. And so I don't want to impact my blood sugar. So I'm going to, no, you can, okay. So I'm going to take just a touch of vanilla. And I usually don't measure stuff. So like maybe less than a half a teaspoon. Is pure stevia like Truvia? Yes. So I'm going to take a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and I'm going to pour it into here. And then I'm going to take these 2 packets and put it in. And so when I do this, as you probably noticed, I didn't buy yogurt for myself at the store. I bought yogurt for my son, but not for me. I mean, I bought this yogurt, but I didn't buy any other yogurt. So what this is this is plain yogurt that now I've stuck a touch of vanilla in. So you can see actually how much I'm tasting. Just like a touch. It's more for flavoring, like I'm not taking a whole scoop. And then this goes back in the fridge. And so anytime I want yogurt this week, I'm going to take it out of here, out of this container, and it's already pre-made, pre-sweetened, and I have 2 uses for the yogurt. Now I'm chopping vegetables, okay? So I am going to move all of this aside and get my I'm gonna put the sour cream away. So when I'm in the kitchen, it's kind of like a dance. So I'm getting out my pan because I'm going to saute the vegetables, but first I have to chop them. I know I'm out of eyesight, I'm sorry. When I'm in one space, I want to like stay in that. Okay, so I have another bowl here, and what else do I need? Because I'm using just like, because it's just going to be something that holds this stuff temporarily until I put it in the pan. I'll just use a plate. Or maybe like one of these bowls, because I'm going to use, there's not a lot of storage in this. Hey Nikki, I'm cooking. This is cooking for people who don't like cooking. So this is meal prep. So I'm going to take out the onions, the green pepper, and the mushrooms. All right. And so, any other questions? So basically, I'm going to start chopping the onion, and I'm going to chop this into small pieces because, and the reason for this is when I do, if I were just to do, if I were, and I'll show you in a second, if I were just to do the Philly cheesesteak skillet, I would probably do them in strips. But because I'm also doing egg cups, I'm not gonna get overly extravagant. I'm not trying to recreate the wheel, so I'm gonna just chop them small and like keep it simple for myself. And so I did not go into any kind of cooking school. And then I throw everything in the sink, and then after that I will, I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. Maybe I should turn this around, and I should probably have a headband or something, so that I could do this from. I wish I could, like, because you guys are watching me, but not necessarily watching the chopping. And so I'm gonna, if my husband wasn't studying, I'd ask him to come and be a little, so these are, I'm not chopping it too fine, and I'll take another, I'll pull the camera down in a second. I'm just kind of like doing a rough chop of the onions so that they're in like medium-sized pieces, or what I consider medium. And I'm doing 2 onions because I'm using half for the egg cups, or a good part, and then I'm using half for the Philly cheesesteak skillet. Hey Amanda. This is cooking for people who don't like to cook, y'all. This is meal prep for the week. Okay. So, alright, so here are my onions. So you can see, let me turn it around. Hey Holly. Alright, can you see what I mean by like a rough chop? It's not like super small. Okay. Oops, that's my knife set. Alright. Back to work, Kristin. Back to work. You're being timed. Lauren is timing you. So, hey Nancy, I'm glad you're back. I literally have my, what do you call it? My phone standing in a cup. Okay, so I take the top off like this just because it's easier. Like, we can get fancy schmancy with it. But then I'm going to cut the pieces off. There's the top. Throw that over there. And then I take this piece out and I just twist it. My brother, who was a trained chef, he's on vacation, but if he saw this, he would probably laugh at me because, you know, he's actually trained to do this. And he would be like, Kristin, you're doing it all wrong. I don't know what the hell you're doing. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm just trying to get through. Okay, so I'm gonna do these the same kind of way where they're just like a rough top. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to kind of put the stovetop on, and I'm going to get a tablespoon of olive oil. And I don't do anything like super fancy. Here's the pan. There's my garlic over there. So I'm just going to do, you know, it's probably about a tablespoon, I would say, or something like that. Oops. I'm trying to show you. Dropping in. Hey, Mindy. Oh, awesome. That's the way to do it. All right. So, so for the Philly cheesesteak skillet, so what I do is so you guys know, like, what is she doing? So basically, I get green peppers, onions, mushrooms, and then I have provolone and mozzarella. And you can use either or whatever you like. Some people, I've never heard of Philly cheesesteak with Swiss, but then again, I'm not from Philly. I'm from Miami originally, so I don't know. That's just what I've always had it with, so you do you. That's how I'm gonna make them. And we're also doing, like I said, the egg cups, so I'm waiting for the kind of oil to heat up a little bit here, for the pan to heat up, and then I'm going to throw the onions in while I'm still chopping. So, and then that way, so I'm going to do onions and then mushrooms and then the peppers, because if you put in the peppers first, this is just what I've learned, and I do not watch the Food Network or anything like that. Real cheesesteak is Cheese Whiz. Ooh, isn't that like really awful? Like, I mean, for you? I've never had Cheese Whiz. Well, maybe I have, but I can't remember the last time I had it. And obviously you guys saw from the grocery thing, we don't do a lot of processed stuff. Courtney, olive oil. No, you can use other oils, but the thing that I found out recently is canola oil. Even though I do have canola oil in my cabinet, there have been a lot of articles lately that I've seen that says like that canola oil and vegetable oils, like different mixed vegetable oils, are not as good for you. So, but my husband loves olive oil, so that's just why we have a lot of it. So, you know, there's no other reason other than he uses olive oil a lot because he's Mediterranean. So we typically have the real stuff on hand. What's gross is olive oil. Oh, so the thing that I'd heard about the canola oils is that it's cancer causing. So Google that, because I'm not don't consider me the all-time aficionado. Okay, so the onions are going in. This one looks like it needs a little bit more of a chop, and I'm almost done with the green pepper. And then I'll very quickly chop the mushrooms, and then we're going to move on to getting the chicken prepped. Even though I'm actually not going to be making the chicken today, it needs to marinate for a couple days, which makes it a perfect midweek dish, because I don't make it on Sundays because I'm trying to keep up with this and not cut my fingers at the same time. It makes it a perfect midweek dish because I give it a couple days to marinate in the fridge. And I'll tell you all the stuff that goes in there. And so the other thing that I do use in the Philly cheesesteak is which again is probably not authentic. People are gasping somewhere. Some Philadelphian is rolling over in their grave as I make my own version of it. But I'll put like some granulated garlic on it, and that kind of thing. Okay, so this is chopped, and this is 2 green peppers, and I'm going to, clearly my kitchen and everything was not set up for this, so alright, so I'm going to put this in this little bowl here, and these things I love. If you guys can find these, like, I don't know, my mother turned me onto them, but they're little boards that you chop on, and they're, I don't know what they're even called, but she ordered some for me on Amazon, and they're like the best thing because I can just stick it in my little bowl, and it's super easy, and then we're done. Okay, so I'm going to now open the mushrooms. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I'm going to have to do it anyway, right? So, with an audience or without. I just wish that you guys could see what I'm doing. Okay, so green peppers here. And these are the mushrooms. And I'm trying. Okay, so I'm just like, not even really chop them, but just kind of so that they're in smaller pieces, and I'm just not doing anything terribly fantastic with them. Okay, so yeah, I use the I guess they're creamy. Yeah, what are they? Are they creamy? I don't even know what they are, but they're the baby bellas or whatever. So that's what they look like. Over here I have the sweet peppers, and then these are the other half of the container, which we're going to cut in the middle. These are the cucumbers, and I'm going to cut some more onions that have to be smaller, which is why I didn't cut them originally. Otherwise I would have just done that all together. Okay, so I'll show you what's happening over here. And so while I have something on the stove, I'm usually always doing something else. So that's happening here. And I'm going to wait a couple minutes before I put these in, because I want them to get a little softer. Okay. So, oops, right, I forgot to turn it around. Okay. So I'm going to take these and I'm just going to move them. And then I'm going to take another one of these, and these have already been washed. So these are the little, these things, the little tomatoes. And I'm just going to cut them in half the long way, and then I'm going to cut them like in little pieces. Okay, Amanda, I'll talk to you later. And so I'm going to do this with all of the little tomatoes that I have, because the next thing that I'm making is what my husband's family calls summer salad, and like that's the English translation. The Turks call it choban salad, which means shepherd salad. And I guess, I don't know what you call it here, but it's basically your cucumber, tomato, and onion mixture. And then, if you know, I'm sure you've seen it on Delish or whatever, if you want to throw an avocado in there, you can. But when you do throw an avocado in there, what they don't tell you is that it doesn't last as long. So I have the avocados, but I don't put them in with the dish, because they just, you know, the avocados turn brown really quickly. So if you're going to throw it on top of the salad that you've just freshly made, awesome. But if you're going to like expect it to stay for a couple days, hey Tracy, I'm cooking. I have gotten your email, but I will get to it. So I promised everybody I'd do a meal prep. Hey Dorothy. Okay, so avocado doesn't last that long. So that's what we're doing. I'm almost done here, and I'm going to, so this salad will stay also till Friday, so this will go great with my Greek chicken. I'm like looking for the other, because I got another one. Where did it go? Oh, maybe I stuck it in the fridge by accident. Okay, so the onions are good. Hey, Jackie. Okay, so these look good enough. I'm going to take the mushrooms and stick it in here. This is going to, granted, this is going to serve a purpose for 2 recipes for more than one person. This were just for me. I wouldn't make as much. So I'm going to let that sit a little bit longer before we put in the other one. Oops. Now we're going to go look and see if I, like detour, if I put my, you can check and see what's in my fridge. So this is actually what my fridge looks like. And I did clean it up, but I didn't clean it up like, you know, here's where I put the tomatoes. There's nothing down here more organic, and then perfect bar. My son's yogurt fell out. So we, and then mini hamburgers, my son's leftover spaghetti, which he's going to eat, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I'm going to cut some more of these. That's still going. Anybody have any questions so far about what I'm making, what I'm doing? What are you doing, child? So I take this, again, whenever my little thing gets full, and I'm going to just sweep it off into there. I have my probably take another handful or so. I don't want to like overdo it because I'm not gonna, you know, the salad will last, but we're not gonna, you never want to over prep either, because that could be a waste of food. Plus these tomatoes are yummy actually to just like use in a dip or just to pop in your mouth for a nice treat, like with turkey roll-ups or something. And almost done with this. And then the next thing I'm going to do is really quickly, I'm making multiple meals. So I'm making egg cups, I'm making Philly cheesesteak skillet, and then I'm prepping the salad for Greek chicken. And I'm going to prep the Greek chicken, but I'm not actually going to cook the Greek chicken because I actually just skillet it, and it's really easy for me to do like on a you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night. I actually forgot which night I put it on my meal plan, but it's good if you what do you call it? You marinate it for a couple days. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my mini cubes. And I'm just gonna take about 3. I might not use them all. Cut off the ends. And then I'm gonna stir my, I know this is not as exciting. I wish I had like a full-on video recorder person. You're not allowed to be in my video because you're not dressed. You understand?
Yes. Hey Mom, can you make me some can you make me a hamburger? Okay.
Yes, because I bought mini burgers.
Oh, and you got some buns?
I cut them in
some
half.
Cheese?
I didn't get any buns, but we have the Dave's Killer Bread. We have cheese. And Daddy's calling you because he knows that I'm doing a live stream. Okay, so I cut them in half. Hey, Marie. Marie. Okay, so I'm cutting them again so that they're in quarters. And at this point, I'm just making sure I'm still watching so I'm cutting these in quarters. And I'll show you guys the thing. I probably need to strap this to my head. I wouldn't know how to do that if I plan on cooking more. But for those of you who have just popped on, this is cooking for peeps who are not crazy about cooking. Because I don't cook during the week. Because for many of you who know, like I have evening clients and like, you know, it's just not something that I have time for during the week. So what I do is, because I say you have to make time for things that are important to you, do make time for things that are important to me. I just don't make time for them during the week. Okay. So here's what that looks like. And that's going to go into the bowl with the tomatoes. I probably need one more too. Just looking at what's there versus what I need left. So I'm going to stir this again. Turn it down just a touch. And I'll show you guys this. So this is just, I kind of go back and forth. Like I know some people just can't do too many things at a time. I don't know if it's just the multitasking. I just tend to kind of do what I do. So, okay, so then this is going to go in here. I'm still not done yet. The onion, it's a very small onion. It's a Vidalia onion. I think Jen, who may not be here today, but who will probably pop on at a later time, said, I'm not really crazy about raw onions. And for this salad, it does have onions in it, so, but I make the sweet onions. I don't do red. I mean, I have a red onion here, but I don't use them particularly. Okay, washed it off. So, chopping this a little more finely, and I will show you guys. Can anybody see the time lapse on the video? How long the video's been going? I'm trying to do this in a timely manner. I don't know if you're still watching, Lauren. I think I started at about 4:45 or so. My husband likes really small pieces. Oh wow, awesome. 33. Oh, it's 5:22 my time, yes. I just wasn't sure how long I've been doing the video. Okay, so he likes really small pieces, so I try to do like more of a fine chop on things. So I kind of chopped it, and now I'm just going through and doing like this with the knife. And just trying not to make a mess. Okay, so the onion, chopped, going in here. Okay, this salad is not for tonight. You can eat it on the same night, but generally not. So now what I do is, here's the salad, right? The tomato. Oh my gosh, the onion's gonna make me cry, y'all. Okay, I roll. Oh, thank you for the like. Okay. I roll this to get as much juice out of it as possible. And then I'm going to cut it and squeeze the lemon into the salad, because that's the dressing for the salad. That and a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Now, this is how this looks. And I'm going to dump the green pepper in here. So So this is going to make 2 different meals. And oops, sorry. Turn it around. So that's going to make 2 different meals. So I'm going to take this, roll it, cut it. So this is how you kind of like make your own dressing. I usually take the seeds out. And then I've got this nifty thing. I'll squeeze the juice out. And then take out any remaining seeds. And then I will literally just pour it in here. I'm telling you, I know people are like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? That's not a dressing. I mix it all together. Like, I will show you what, I kind of do it all. This is not like cordon bleu or anything. But it comes out really good. Okay, so I'll use a whole lemon. Which you could, some people use vinegar and stuff. I find the more natural, well, I guess vinegar is a natural ingredient. The more natural ingredients that you use, the better. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. And then I'll go over to my cabinet, over here. So I don't really have a traditional pantry like most people, and it's dark in here. So I'm going to grab granulated garlic and black pepper. So this is my pantry, if you guys want to see it more. There are the Kodiak cakes on the bottom. And this is where I'm standing, right? So over there. So, and then I use Himalayan sea salt, which I'll show you guys in a second. I don't use regular, it's just what I'm used to, I guess. So I'll take some of this, and it's in a shaker, and I literally do not do anything crazy in terms of, how much needs to go in here. It's just, a couple shakes until I think, what needs to be in here. And then this is a little bit less because salt is always very potent. So I just do about a pinch of salt, and then I'll take a spoon. Oh, it is pure Himalayan crystal sea salt. So it's supposed to have better in terms of minerals and stuff, like trace minerals. So yeah, exactly. So I just do that, and one of the things that I used to do a lot was, eat my food and then I wouldn't eat dinner. But now I just, I usually just take like a very small taste, so like something like that, just to make sure I haven't seasoned it or over seasoned it. Oops. So just get a little bit more. And so then I will take this once again. I think I have a top. Never mind. Joke's on me. Okay, and then you can always shake it up that way too. Okay, so this is going in the fridge. So Greek salad done, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the chicken out while that's still going, and I'm gonna toss this. I'm gonna put these things back in the fridge. All the tomatoes don't need to go in there. And I'm gonna throw this out. So the other thing, I'm gonna go back to the yogurt for a second. The yogurt, I got strawberries and I got peaches, and I also have blueberries. So that's another thing that will go upon the yogurt. Okay, so yes, I could add feta to the salad, but one of the things that has happened recently, new development, my husband, who's a vegetarian, found out that he has high cholesterol, and so he's watching all of his cheese intake. So I'll put it on mine at the table, and I have it in the fridge, but for him, I won't put it in the salad because he's going to eat it just as much as I will. And so, yeah. So it's obviously genetic because he's like this big, and he's a vegetarian, like I said, and he does eat quite a bit of carbs, but he also eats quite a bit of like really good foods, or like really good healthy, you know, like he's on I would call it like a Mediterranean diet, if anything. So okay, so I've got the chicken out. I've got more trash here that I'm just kind of collecting. Oops. And I'm going to squeeze another lemon. And because I'm going to use these spices, I'm going to keep those. And I'm going to get some oregano that is in here, oregano leaves. All of this, while my little pan over here is the little engine it could. So I'm going to take out one of these because it's not that much chicken. If it were a lot more chicken, I would use more. So I'm going to turn it inside out like this. And I'm going to leave the chicken to the side first. And I'm going to get a lemon that I feel is a little more squishy, that has a little more juice in it. And roll it again. And so now what I'm doing is I'm marinating the Greek salad, or the Greek chicken, sorry. So I'm going to use the thingy again. And actually I'm going to turn on the oven because when the veggies are done, we're going to put the egg cups together and we're going to need a warm oven. So I'm already thinking in advance, like, what do I need? What do I need? Alright, so I'm taking out all of the little pits from the lemon, although I guess it really doesn't matter because it's not like something that we're going to eat from directly. Like I'm marinating the chicken. So this is a really good marinade for the chicken, for the Greek chicken, and it's just a lot of natural ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to take that, I'm going to put the lemon juice in the bag. I missed a couple bits. I'm going to take the garlic. And garlic can be messy, and I hate garlic. Like, I love garlic, but I hate it because it's messy. So what I usually do is I take this part of the knife, and I just, like, that way it's easy to peel, because literally peeling garlic is, like, the bane of my existence. Like, really? Do we have to peel garlic? But I like fresh garlic. So, and it's really good for this Greek chicken. So again, I take this part of the knife, and I just put my weight on it, and then it kind of just, you just peel it, like super easy. See, like it all just comes out, like I didn't even notice. I don't know, maybe I saw it. I don't really watch cooking shows, so maybe my brother taught me, I have no idea. I was using one of those like garlic like squisher things, and I was like, the garlic just doesn't come out. So I'm using, I don't really like garlic, so I'm using about 3 pieces. My sink looks like a disaster. But it'll be so easy to clean up, and it's not all over my kitchen. So I'm just chopping these into little small pieces. And this is just going in the bag. And it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. And if I wanted to put this in the Philly cheesesteak, whatever, I could, but so it's gonna flavor the okay, this is just about done. So it's gonna flavor the oh good. It's so I just make it easy. I mean, but then again I also eat a lot of the same stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna take the oregano and I'm just gonna put some in here. And again, I don't I don't measure stuff. I'm just like la da 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 da. But I guess because I've just been doing it, like this is black pepper. I like black pepper. I'm not like things too spicy, but okay. So then I put some more garlic in here, the granulated garlic. I like garlic. Okay, so then I'll take another spritz of this and just put that in here. And again, go easy on the salt. And then I'll take my tenderloins and I'll just stick them in here. I forgot olive oil, but I'll get that in a second. Because I'll stick about another, not a lot, but just a little touch of olive oil in the container, in the bag. Can you see me? Not very much, just like a tiny itty bit. So, and then I'll close it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, it doesn't look like it usually does. I'm going to put some more oregano. So I'm going to put some more oregano, put a little bit more garlic, put a little bit more of that, and so this is done. Like, I literally will just stick this in my fridge, and my fridge in about 24 to 48 hours will literally smell like a garlic exploded because of the fresh garlic that's in there. So I'm going to take this to the trash. I have the rest of this garlic bundle here that I'm going to put back in its little place up here, the garlic spot. My husband, being a doll baby, he's keeping the kid busy downstairs so that I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the fridge. I'm going to put this in the trash. I don't know if y'all will be able to see me. Whoops. Just rotate your video. Okay, so that back. I'm going to put this back. Okay, so far we've made the veggies for egg cups. We've made, I might need this. Veggies for egg cups, Greek salad. We've made the yogurt, right? We've made the dip. We've made for the veggies, which I'll show you what to do with them in a second, because nothing is linear in my world. We've got the eggs here. I'm going to show you what to do with them. I've turned on the oven. Eggs are here. I use a NutriBullet, and I'm going to take these off the stove and show you what to do with them. Okay, so now, remember we had this container that we were using a while back, this little Pyrex dish? So, let's see if I can move this so that you guys can see what I'm doing over here. It's a little darker because my light in this area died. Okay, so here I'm going to take some and put it in here in this little dish, and the rest I'm going to leave in the pan because we're going to put the meat in the pan. So maybe a little bit more. Okay, so this is about what I need. Hey Barb, this is about what I need for the egg cups. Okay, and then the rest, which is in the pan, a little bit more. I don't know if I need that much. I'm like back and forth, like, do I need more? Do I need more? Okay, so here's what this looks like. Oops. Okay, this is what this looks like. And I'm literally just gonna cut the steak and put it in here. And this is gonna be the first thing that's done, and that's kind of gonna be dinner. So I get a pound, I'm probably not gonna use it all, of London broil. And I use London broil because it's the best cut of meat and it's tastier. And I'm going to take mushroom on the floor. Okay, probably take about half of it, maybe 3/4 of it. Here's my trusty doohickey, right? So I haven't cut meat on this, or I've only cut vegetables. So the rule of thumb is this is about half. And I shave it. Just, I don't call the deli. I like order it online, and I'm like, okay, I want this, and I want it shaved. So I did turn off the stove just for a second. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm just taking the meat, and I'm just literally, I wish I could like have you guys see it, but I need both hands. I'm like taking it and going like this because it's shaved. And I'm cutting it like in almost like cubes, right? But it's already shaved. So it's like lunch meat. So I'm taking it like this. Maybe this is just like easy. And I'm gonna put it in the, whoops, sorry. Turn it around. I guess this turning around is like not liking me. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick it in the veggie stuff. Okay. So a lot of the stuff that I do is kind of somewhat prepped a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, so now the meat is in here. I'm not going to turn it back on just yet, because I want the eggs. Well, I guess I could. I was going to say I want to get the egg stuff done. So this is here. Just pull this out. Okay, this is crazy. Babe! Booba! I can't get into the drawer underneath the oven. It's like locked or something. I want your help. Ooh, it's like not opening. I mean, it's so easy. It's just so easy. I'll probably have to turn this back on. I don't know what is going on with this. Okay, clearly I like did something here. So. Okay, girl who doesn't cook very often broke the kitchen. So this drawer underneath the stove is where I keep my baking pans for like egg cups, and it won't open. So I'm wondering like what's up with that. So I may have to figure this out and then reconfigure things. I'm like, there's no child lock on it. Okay. You mean after this week? So, what do you like? Because I already have ideas for next week. So there's this. I'm turning this back on. So, like next week, I'm probably, it's going to be less beef and more chicken. So I'm going to use 6 eggs, by the way. Yeah, I guess a pan is stuck. So next week I'm probably going to do a chicken salad that I make myself, and then I was thinking about doing liver. Oh, I'd never eat liver. Ugh. Okay, how many? I would just keep cracking eggs. 1, 2, 3. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that might be enough. 5 is 5. I'm just gonna do 5. Maybe 1 egg white and not the whole yolk. So, because cholesterol. Yeah, no liver. Ugh. I'm actually not a fish person either, so that's hard. Like, you wouldn't catch me making fish. Okay, washing hands. Okay, so the other thing I do is I take half and half. Here are my eggs. I just put a touch, not a lot, just a little bit. And I know this may seem weird to some people, but I will take, because again, I like things, I don't know why, but I'll take I don't know if you can see it, like a half a packet of like stevia or Splenda, and I'll put it in there. Like, it's almost like a savory sweet. And then I'll put a little bit of garlic in here, just a touch, not a lot. A little bit of salt, pepper, and very little salt. And then on top, and I'm gonna bullet. Yes. And so then, you know what I may do, because that thing is stuck, is I may just do I don't know if I have one. Okay. Yeah, you need recipes. All right, here. So the meat is just so I'm just gonna brown it. Like, I'm not doing anything, crazy. Yeah, post them later. I'll also do like chicken fajitas or chicken tacos or stuff like that, which are super easy. So just that kind of stuff. So I'm just like chopping it and just working the meat into the veggies. And I may take another, even though I have these veggies here, I'll probably take like another spoonful or so and just put them in here. Because some of, I'll do different things with the egg. Like, I don't need a ton of that. So I'll do this and then just get it, in here and put some, oops, sorry. I'll just spray just a little bit of garlic in here and a little bit of, obviously you can see I use these spices a lot. I use a lot of the same things. And then the meat pretty much already has like salt and sodium in it. So I don't go crazy with like seasoning. Sorry, I think it was the pepper. Probably just a little bit more of that garlic that I like, and my husband says I overspice things, but so he's actually going to make his stuff after I'm done here. He's making some kind of grilled salad, so he's going to need the evidence. Okay, so let me, what else am I doing? Okay, this is done. Oh, can you guys even see me anymore? Okay. All right. Let me ask him to help me, or maybe see if I can move this thing really quick. I might have to get a knife and see if it's stuck. It's just easy. Like I've started at 4:45, and I have like 3 or 4 meals. Like it's been 1 hour, and I have what, 3 or 4 meals like done. Like that's it. I'm still down here. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just make like a quiche. And then I'll cut it. See? Yeah, it's easier to do the eggs in the muffins, but I'll just use this Pyrex dish. Okay, I'm gonna get a spray. So this is just an olive oil spray. And actually this is looking good. So, okay, I'm actually gonna stop. I'm not gonna do the spray. And I'm gonna go get my cheese because this needs to get topped. So I'm gonna take some mozzarella and some provolone, and I'm gonna top it. Okay. And my little cup though. Okay. When my phone dies so easy, I have like a charger connected to it. Can you guys see me? Yeah, kind of. So the provolone cheese, turning this down, I'm going to just take some mozzarella and kind of put that in. This was like a smaller bag of mozzarella that we had gotten. I had tried out a HelloFresh. Sorry, it just wasn't for me. It's too like, you must make this known. It comes in different times of the week, and I need something that's going to come on the weekends. Okay, so I put a little bit of that in there, and then I'll take these. Hey Megan, and I will put them on top, and I'll show you guys. And I'll just let this melt. And I'll pretty much use like almost the entire packet. I'm making Philly cheesesteak skillet. I have some sliced, some other sliced mozzarella, so I'm putting that on. What's left over. And, okay. I'll show it to you guys. So it doesn't look like much right now, but it's gonna melt. And so I have underneath there the peppers, the onions, the mushrooms, the meat, and boom, it's done. And it's so easy. I mean, you saw what I did with it. So I literally just, I got the meat at the store. I got all the veggies at the store, all of that, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, okay, so I have these veggies over here. I'm also gonna get, I have a pack of, Gruyere or something. Parmesan. I really don't like Parmesan in, like egg muffins. I really like cheddar. So, to each his own. So, I'll probably just mix a bunch of different cheeses together and just make it what it is. So I'm gonna spray the pan with olive oil. Okay, and I'm gonna show you this because look, it's almost done. Look, it's like almost done. Like I'm not even gonna mess with it. So I'm gonna turn it down. It's on like 3, like simmer. And that's it, that's done. And that's gonna be like a meal for like 3 days. Okay, so you guys saw what I put in here. This is the egg. So I'm gonna spray the pan. Yes, I could do egg muffins, but my little thing is locked. Okay, so I'm gonna take these veggies and I'm just gonna put them in the bottom of the... I'm almost done. I'm almost done. And then I'm just going to smooth it out in the bottom. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing. If you want to put turkey or something in, you can. I just don't. So I'm going to take a little bit of cheddar, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. Not much, and I'm just going to just put it in the bottom. And I actually may take a couple of these tomatoes and just take this knife right here. Sorry you guys can't see what I'm doing. Gosh. Maybe next time I do this I'll have the right setup. So I'm just gonna literally like cut little pieces off and let them fall in so that they're And the thing with tomatoes is I don't usually cook with a lot of tomatoes because it gives a lot of like water in whatever you're making.
I love the teeny tinies. I love the teeny tinies.
So I'm probably gonna put 3 total in here.
Teeny tinies.
And that's just another like, you know, veggie that's in here.
Wow.
Okay.
That earthquake or something.
Hey, Hilda. I'm meal prepping for people who don't like meal prep.
Earthquake.
Hey, Beth. Okay, so
What?
this is peppers, onions, mushrooms, and then some fresh tomatoes with a little bit of, I know. He is, he's not dressed right now. He's just in his underwear, and he wants to get on camera, and I told him no. So, told me he's not allowed unless he's dressed. I mean, those are rules. You hear him? Oh, come on. So I'm just pouring this over that stuff.
Wow. I knew that was coming.
Sink. And
Dinner yet?
no, I haven't made it yet. So I'm just gonna stick a little bit more
Why is there skeleton?
of that.
Well, why is
And now I'm gonna put some cheese on top. Just different cheeses
water
on top. So this is Gruyere. I don't even know where we got this from. not fancy schmancy. I just, whatever I got, I'll put in there. And then a little bit more of the sugar. And, I mean, I like the cheese on top, but I want to make sure that I've got stuff inside. So I'm just taking my spoon and just, you know, making sure that it gets mixed through, because I don't like it when it's all on the top, but not all the way through. Okay. Just a little bit more so that it doesn't look naked. Not even anything else in here, I don't think so. Alright. So this is what it looks like after. And now, sorry y'all. I'm going to stick that in the oven. Oops. So, well, here's the thing. I know that I put 5.5 eggs in here. So I'll go to MyFitnessPal and I'll calculate how many 5.5 eggs is, and then I'll cut it and determine how many a serving is. So if it's a serving, if I do 6, then, like, if that's 6 servings, then however many an egg is, and then, you know, the cheese usually has, and I'd probably put a 1/2 cup of cheese in there. I would say at least 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup. So I will, like, 7 grams times 3, that's 21 grams. So it's all rough estimates for me. And then the other thing is, for this stuff, I'll usually put it into MyFitnessPal for how I've, you know, how I've made the recipe. I mean, it's not perfection. But I'll, you know, probably say that I use 3/4 of a cup of cheese. You know, what types of cheese. I'll probably put that I use 6 eggs. Do you use these for specific family meals? Use specific. Oh my gosh, this has so much left over. Like, even though I've made all of this skillet thing, I probably won't finish it. Like, I'll probably have leftovers that either I'll offer to a neighbor or, so that is a family meal right there. I mean, you have 4. I've only got 3, but there's only 2 of us that are going to eat this because I have a vegetarian. So, yeah, so I'm done. And then this is done. Hang on, I'll answer questions. So that's done. I'll turn it off. And then I just got to clean up, which cleanup is, that'll probably take me 15, 20 minutes. Okay, so, oh, and then the veggies. Sorry. I'll answer that question. The veggies, and to answer your question, DJ, I think I've been just doing this so long, is that I kind of know what the proteins are, but I will put it in MyFitnessPal if I really have a question about it. So the cukes, the cauliflower, these, and these. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, because I work from home a couple days a week, so I'll just, you know, divvy it up. If you're going somewhere every single day for lunch, yes, I would say go ahead and do your meal prep. Like, put it in different containers. But a lot of times I don't, because I'm not going anywhere. And unless I am going somewhere, and then I do put it in a separate container. Because I just have, if I'm divvying up for myself, I have the right size plates. I use smaller plates, so I have the Live right size plates that have the serving sizes on the back. So I just put it on my plate. And then I do have like little to-go containers that are, but I don't have like I don't have a microwave in my office. So the egg meal, how long do you cook? So I do it for $3.50, and thanks for reminding me, because it's this type of, it's not a, like if it were eggs, I would if it were a muffin, I would probably put it in for 30 or 35 minutes, but because it's in a whole thing, putting it in at $3.50 for 45 minutes, and then I'll check it, and if it needs more. What else? So I don't put them in the freezer, so I will freeze the egg stuff. What else? These containers are great. They're big. I did have like a bigger container that I was using, but it was just too big for me. So the other thing, well, I'm not done yet. Wait a second. So I don't know if this will sit here. Okay, can you see me? Oops. I stuck you in a cup. I don't know that it's gonna work. My kitchen is not set up for showing stuff. Okay, I'm putting stuff in the cup. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, and I'm probably gonna use 2 of these, and this will just be something that I pull from. They don't have like lazy Susan or anything like that. So I'll take these and just put them in put them like a couple handfuls in a container. And this is something like, if I do want to take this to the office, I do have a fridge, I just don't have a microwave. And you might be able to save money on like cutting your own, whatever you want to call it, cauliflower and broccoli. I just would rather pay a little extra to get the stuff that's already pre-put together. And so I'll take these, like even this I probably have to break it. And so remember the dip that I made earlier, the ranch dip, guys? This is great to go with that ranch dip. So this is something, so I'm putting it in these 2 different containers. And you know what, I'll probably just stick it in a bag. And that'll be easier. So I put the carrots, and then in terms of serving sizes, I'll take this stuff and I'll put it on a plate, or I'll put it in like a separate serving dish. But here's the thing, like newbies measure. As somebody who's 5 years out, I don't measure, but I also am so in tune with going, oh, I'm full, like in the spacing of what I eat and all of that, that I have kind of grasped, you know, all of that. So, okay, so I'm just gonna leave these in their little thing, and this is kind of a mixed bag. And then, if I was really someone who, little cauliflower, like really had trouble with the time piece, like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a struggle to do every day, I would say, you know, go ahead. Like these, I would rather cut them last minute because they don't stay. If I were to cut them now, like if I wanted them on Wednesday, they would be like, whoa. So I'm not going to cut them now. But these are things I've learned along the way because I used to pre-cut and pre-plan and yada yada yada. I need some water. And that kind of thing. So then I'll stick this, I close it. in the bag. I'll show you my freezer too, so that you guys know I'm not just okay. So this is the egg. It's not the egg. This is the chicken. I'm gonna put, this is, I just purchased stasher bags, meal prep. Has anyone used them similar? I don't know. This is the salad, right? This is the yogurt. Behind there are the two things of the dip. This is my husband's tuna. This is the chicken salad that I bought. We're still teaching the kid portion control on juice, so that's what that is. This is a soup from the other night. Blueberries. I actually have vegetable juice I need to toss. This is the crisper, whatever, and then I have meat, cheeses, and stuff like that for the kiddos' lunch. And then there was a sale on these things a while back, so I bought a crap ton of them. So I have those. And of course, I have the ProCare chocolate calcium. You don't need to put them in the refrigerator, but I do. And then my kids' yogurt. So eggs. We keep, like, obviously regular, like, condiments, but, and then my freezer, so we don't have, like, regular ice cream or anything like that. Kiddo likes these kind of things. This is frozen kale for when I make smoothies. I have a couple real good pieces back there. Kiddo likes these for breakfast sometimes. These, if I really want a frozen something or other that's sweet, these are 35 calories, and they're real fruit. And those are the, what kind of bag is what? This, the kale, or the meal prep bag. And then, remember the chicken I got in the store today? That's that. And then I have also in the past used a company called Freshly. And so I have a couple of those left over because if I don't eat them, I freeze them. And then I have these. These have probably been in here for 2 months because I just am not crazy about them. Even though if they're there for like a sweet tooth, this probably needs to get tossed. I got these for my husband because he likes coffee. And yeah, it's really not that thrilling. More Freshly stuff. These are for the kiddo, obviously. So I don't have anything really. These are also fresh fruit bars. So if like there's nothing in here that I think is awful anyways. Oops. Okay, so that's done. And then other snacks that I kind of keep around. I don't know, because I figured while I'm here, other people might want to see. I'll have these occasionally. And these my husband will eat. But any kind of juice we have, like, is either the diet. This is for kiddo. And then obviously I make real pancakes as well as Kodiak cakes down there. We don't have like a real pantry. So bone broth, you know, spices. I mean, there's not much. Those Annie shells probably need to go. Hey, oops, kiddo. Sorry, not dressed. Probably need to go away because he doesn't like macaroni and cheese, and I can't remember the last time I made him some. Okay, this cabinet's a hot mess, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. Oh, I'll show you that. It's in the other cabinet where the coffee stuff is. Okay. So, I have in here. So this is stuff for kiddos' breakfast. If you've ever had Trader Joe's, this fig or blueberry walks into a bar. Hubby eats those too. Oh, look, empty box. Because you have boys and that's what they do. I have vitamin stuff in here. Oven baked cheese bites. These I got from OAC. I have cheese bites in here. Hubby likes the blend milk and stuff. I have these Achieve from Rational Foods. I like them, so I have those for a quick breakfast. These are also great. They are a little bit higher in sugar, but they are great if you're looking for something crunchy and sweet. And then of course stuff for the kiddo. And of course, hubby stuff is in here too. Kiddo likes Go-Go Squeeze. So I have a regular cabinet, just like other people do. Like, I'm not like, oh, we can't have that in the house. Like, we have chips in here and stuff like that. I just don't eat it. So, oh, and I have protein water on the floor, but it's a hot mess down there. So, you have just toured my pantry. So over here, I have a couple different brands of stevia. So I have, this is the coffee cabinet. Did not realize I'd be on tour today. I have Splenda, I have a Whole Earth that I use in packets, and then I have stevia that's from Trader Joe's because this was cheaper. My husband eats pine nuts and his green tea. And then whenever we get packets out, sugar in the raw, but I don't use sugar a lot. And then this one is from Aldi that we bought way back when. So this is like the coffee and tea cabinet because I'm obsessed with coffee and tea. Oh, that was, they were dried strawberries from Trader Joe's. They were just dried strawberries. So I'll show you what they are. So the Whole Earth brand, by the way, I think it was Lauren that asked, is the kind that Starbucks uses. I just started using it and I liked it. So this is just freeze-dried strawberries. And you can get them in a bag. So, and these cheese bites I get from Trader Joe's. And it's 170 calories per serving. And it's half the bag. So if you eat the whole bag, it's 340 calories. But it's 30 grams of protein. So...
Like dinner.
Okay, I will. So that is meal prep. Water. Anybody else have any questions? So we did, just to kind of wrap up, I'm gonna go sit down because everything is off except for the oven. Oh, and I'll give you one last look of this. So, and I'm gonna set it out into like little pieces and put it in. Now that I'll probably put in a couple different containers. Alexa, turn on the living room light. So, okay, so if Alexa's not working, that means the living room light is, somebody turned it off. Yeah, okay. So, I'll put those in different packages.
A blueberry box in the trash.
Thank you for throwing it away from me. Thank you. So I am proud of you. So then what I'll do is, okay, I'll cut that and put it into separate containers. That I probably will have some tonight and put that into separate containers. And then I will probably Wednesday or Thursday take out the chicken and I'll put it on the stovetop. So I already have olive oil in there. So I'll just heat up a pan and I'll spray in there. So I won't put any more oil in the pan and I'll just do it on both sides. If I feel like going out and hooking the grill up, I'll grill it, but that's a lot of monkey business. So if I'm feeling, you know, so inclined, I'll just do it on the stove. And then I will have the salad that I showed you, the Greek salad that I made, maybe put some feta in it and I'm done. So that's 2 meals. The Philly cheesesteak skillet, the Greek chicken, and then I'll have the yogurt, and the yogurt, which is the ranch yogurt that I made with the veggies. And then I will have, I have lunch meat. So I had turkey lunch meat. I still have like salami. So that's another meal. So I just do roll-ups with cheese, easy peasy, with the veggies. And then I have the sweetened yogurt that I made with, and he wants to be on camera, he covered himself up. So the sweetened yogurt that I made, and I'll put fruit in there, fresh fruit. So in terms of like macros and stuff, you're getting your vegetables, you're getting the fruit, and you're getting your protein. And they're all like whole foods. So that's my meal prep for this week. Okay, Lauren, how long did it take me? For the whole week?
Oh.
If she's still on. I know you love dinosaurs. Let me finish. So how long, I don't know how long the video's been going for, but that was kind of the assessment, is I'm not spending all day in the kitchen. Like, I'm done. So that's how I roll. And then next week I will probably pick something, you know, super easy, like either making chicken salad and then, oh, his name's Amir.
Yep, and I love dinosaurs, and I love watching,
He wants to be on the video. Thank you, Sarah. So I'll probably make like a buffalo chicken and maybe a cauliflower, like a cauliflower mash or something like that. And then, yeah, an hour-ish. So it's, you know, it's not that long. Miss Nancy says hi. And you cannot come on video without clothes on. Remember what I told you?
Yes.
So, so that's it. So, because Lauren asked, how do you meal prep for next week? So, yeah, buffalo chicken, part of your prep. You know, the other thing I'll do, which is really fun, is when I go to Costco, I'll get a package of their chicken, which is like, I think it's like 46 ounces. It's ridiculous. And it's $12 or $13. And I'll do like 5 different things with it. Like I'll make my own version of like a chicken salad. Oh, and then I also have chicken salad, which I bought from the store today, which is also. So I'll make chicken salad from scratch with the rotisserie chicken that I'll get at Costco, and I'll put like onions and celery in it. And if you don't like onions, fine. But I'll put onion, celery, and I'll have like a yogurt sauce in there. So instead of mayonnaise, like I'll probably use a little mayonnaise, but it's mostly yogurt, kind of like what I did today with the other dip, is I used a little bit of sour cream. So I have them listed. I actually have them in a Word document, and actually look in the group and see if they're there. If not, I'll post them to the files tab later in the Bariatric Mindset Mavens group. And then, because I have the chicken salad recipe in there too. And the other thing that I might do is what I did last week, which is I'll make like a spaghetti sauce, like a meat sauce. And like I got you can get the chicken sausage from the ones that I showed you guys today in the store that was buy 2, get 1 free. I'm going to do it in 1 second.
When you're done doing the camera, can I be in camera?
You can say goodbye to everybody when I'm ready to say goodbye, okay?
But I want to be on camera too.
Okay, you can be on camera and say goodbye in just a second, okay? So you can make like a meat sauce. Okay, then I'll post it. And then I'll get zucchini noodles, and then the boys will get like protein noodles, kind of like the Barilla protein noodles, because I want to make sure, even though they're not necessarily high protein, that they're getting protein noodles. So I'll do that, and so I'll use Zoodles for me, and I'll just get them the ones that are already made instead of using the machine. You can use the machine if you want. It's just I'm trying to cut corners on time. And then I'll do the sauce very similarly, where but sometimes I won't necessarily use like green pepper or mushrooms. I told you no on camera if you're not dressed. He's just walking around in his underwear. Sorry. You have to put your cape on, or the blanket on. And so I'll use that and then put the meat sauce, and then I'll just use like a jarred spaghetti sauce. I just make sure that it's lower in sugar, that kind of stuff. What else?
Mommy.
But I'll find some more, you know, Mommy. Different quick and easy recipes. Mommy. But I find that it's easier. Excuse me, I'm talking. I find it easier than when he wants to be on camera so bad. I find it easier that when I meal prep on the weekends and just have a couple different things during the week, because my life in the evenings is just really, really busy. So I don't have time to meal prep in the evenings. And sometimes I'll eat either when I'm at work or after I come home, and some days I will be here really late. So I don't usually, you know, I don't want to eat that late. So that's it. You're very welcome, Sarah. I'm happy to help. I hope that this helped you guys today, because I do not spend all day in the kitchen. I keep it very quick, very simple. That's it. Okay, Mir, I'm gonna say goodbye. Do you want to come say goodbye? Anybody else have any questions? No, and I have a shopping video for you guys who didn't see me shopping. And I had my list, and I followed my meal plan, and I did get a couple extra things. Okay,
goodbye.
What would you like to say?
My favorite food is macaroni.
You don't ever eat macaroni.
Yeah,
what is your favorite food for real?
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers. See? All right. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Can you say goodbye? And
Dinosaur
many of you I will see on Wednesday. So if you have any other questions, let me know. When I get in there later,
and the
I
comments.
will post it to the files tab. What? Oh, he's been watching YouTube, and he's like, you know, give me a thumbs up. So I hope you guys have a great night. I hope this was helpful.
Give me a thumbs up.
Have a good night. Bye. See you guys Wednesday.
Mwah, mwah.
Bye.
Dilophosaurus kiss.
And if you guys, I forgot to mention, I keep saying like bye and then I'm not here. For those of you who haven't signed up for the group program, because I know Alicia would be like, hello, Kristin. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know. I know many of you have, so I will see you there on Wednesday. So that's what I mean by see you there Wednesday. If you guys have any questions about the group program, which is not meal prepping, by the way, it's not meal prepping and meal planning. This was just an extra thing. Let me know. And the dinosaur says goodbye as well. So have a good night.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Bye.